Hey, what's up, guys? So, at the time of this recording, I just woke up. So, I've just heard some things are going to be good, and some things aren't going to be as impactful. I don't have any idea what these balance changes are, so this is my initial reaction to them. I've heard ML Zerato is going to be nuts, so this is going to be my first reaction to any change, because I actually really like that unit, and I want to use him. So, let's go down and react to this shit. Kise? Wait, what? Oh, added some more explanations. Um, I don't know if I want to read their, sorry, I just started reading, but I don't want to, like, read this. Let's just see what the changes are. Okay, these are the units. I guess Kise is going to be in here too. Okay, let's just start. Okay, so Fire Tenebria gains 20% damage on her Dark Explosions S1, right? Or is that her S2? I don't know. Her S1 sleeps, right? So did they just not change her? Shit, I don't know. Wait, what? She gets to sleep on her S3 now? Dude, her S3 actually does so much shit. Is it eight? I guess it's 85 max molded. Because if it was 100% defense break with 75% chance sleep, that's busted. But because, like, putting something to sleep and defense breaking it, like, that means whatever unit that hits it next is guaranteed to crit. I guess, well, unless they miss. I think you can still miss on a sleeping target, but she's actually pretty good now. I don't know if she's going to, like, impact the meta much. She's still a fire unit, and there's still a lot of really relevant ice units. Dizzy, SSB, Angelica, Montmorency, you know. Crow, Tywin in some cases, Deanne in some cases. There's just a lot of really good ice units, and depending on Dominial's buff, maybe her too. So, I think she's definitely better than she was before. You might see her pop up a bit more, but I don't think it's going to impact the meta too much. Basically, I get their explanation, like, I get it. Okay, Specimen Sez they increase its chance to stun. They increase its chance to stun. That's just this evil claws. This is S2, right? He inflicts extinction. And gets an innate 30% ignore defense. Like, even if it's not stunned. Okay, so they didn't overtune him, I think. They just made him better. I think he's a better extinction unit than Lilibet. He's definitely going to impact the meta. Because he hits hard as shit, right? You don't have to land the stun, but now he could do more on his own. I think that's a good change. And he's not 100% reliant on the stun anymore. So that's cool. I don't have Specimen Sez. I wish I did. I always thought he was a cool unit. All right. Wow, they're only changing one thing. They're just changing her S3. %90 chance to stun, so that's pretty good, I guess. Um, and a 50% chance to decrease combat readiness by 30%. I mean, okay, no one's gonna use her still. Her S2 is still useless. Okay, Ren. What's different here? She just gains 15% combat readiness after S1. That's not bad because her S2 procs her S1, right? Hmm. So, are they getting rid of barrier? Yeah, they just took barrier out of her S3 and replaced it with continuous heal and gave her increased greater attack. That's interesting. I like Ren as a unit. I like her Like everything, I like her assets. But I've always really liked her kit. She's got a really interesting kit. I like the random buff mechanic. Excuse me. Um, 2 random buffs for 3 turns. I mean, this they get rid of increased speed too. Okay, so I mean that's pretty good, right? I don't know if she's going to impact the meta really. It's still RNG involved. Did they decrease the cooldown of it at all or anything? I don't think that shows that. It's still got a pretty long cooldown, right? I mean, she's cool, and I think she's better than she was, but, you know. I think like she's definitely better in terms of healing because you you can put her at least with like another unit that has a barrier, like Fallen Cecilia or something. But I don't think she's gonna really impact the meta at all. Okay, here's my boy. Okay. Wait, what? He has health scaling now. Okay, that's sick. Attacks 2 enemies, including the target, with an Earthen Blast. Transfers 2 debuffs. He's immune to hit decrease. What the fuck, yo? Like, he's sick. Alright. ML Zerato main. Time to start Mola in that boy. He's +4. But he's gonna be sick. Actually dumpsters people now. Did it change his S3? And he gets a defense buff. Yo. He's so fucking good. Oh my god. He's immune to fucking decrease hit, dude. I gotta max his S. Dude, I might +15 this guy. No, wait, it's not health scaling. His S1 just fucking heals him. Dude, that's sick. Alright, Champion Zerato is actually sick. I'm glad I have him. Like, he's ready to go, boys. Expect a video. He's fucking sick. I actually want to read the reasoning. Because he's the only hero I really care about so far. Okay, Champion Zerato is a hero that can display his ability in situations where he has been inflicted with debuffs. However, there was some difficulty in regards to Zerato's ability to cope with debuffs due to the fact that mages lack survivability. Duh. Duh as fuck. Like, you guys gave him shit-based stats. It was very difficult to utilize him. Well, duh, because his base health is garbage. With these changes, Zerato will be improved in a variety of ways to ensure that he'll be chosen by our heirs. Yeah, you basically, like, pushed him to the front line of the meta. I actually think he has a place on defense now. Because, like, that, like, no one's gonna fucking attack you with Basar, with this fucker on defense. Basar's gonna go, and then you're gonna counter and transfer unbuffable to 2 units on the enemy team. I mean, granted, yeah, they can have immunity, sure, but I just think he's gonna be better in that regard. So it's just another unit that forces you to run immunity on your entire cleave if you're running a Basar type cleave, Or you can transfer unbuffable to your cleaver and you can't give it attack buff anymore. Just for an example. But I'm not really worried about that. I'm like, he's going to be used in GVG. He's going to shit on Dizzy. Like, he's absolutely going to destroy Dizzy, which is nice. Okay, let's continue this. Champion Zerato's counterattack ability is an integral part of his kit. And we will describe the improvements that will be implemented. Currently, Champion Zerato is granted immunity against sleep and stun. And he will also be granted immunity against the decreased hit debuff as well. That's how it should have been from the beginning. Zerato's kit made it beneficial for him to have debuffs inflicted on him. However, the decreased hit chance debuff hindered his ability to successfully transfer these debuffs. No shit. That's why he was like a meme. He dumped, like, when he did his job, he did it well. Like against like the Araminta Sage Bale stuff, like he dumpstered those two. As long as there was no Dizzy present. If there was a Dizzy present, he got stacked with so many debuffs that he couldn't do anything. It was pretty evident in my video on why ML Araminta is getting nerfed. Like, if you go back and watch that. Like, he just got stacked with too much shit and he couldn't transfer anything off. I thought they would make him transfer regardless of having hit debuff. Like, it was 100% the transfer. But making him immune to hit debuff is even better. Because, like, if Dizzy goes, and he transfers 2 debuffs now, so literally Dizzy goes, and then he just transfers the speed down and attack down to 2 of their units, which is nuts. Especially, like, in a Guild War situation, right? Where there's only 3 units versus 3 units, so you're effectively, like, if there's a Dizzy on the other team, or an SSB on the other team, like, you disable 2 of their fucking units, right? Just, like, on them going. You know, SSB, like, he actually is going to be pretty good against SSB. Excuse me. Yeah, okay. Additionally, the strength and effect of Champion Zerato's counterattack has been increased. With this improvement to Earthen Rage, Champion Zerato will now be able to attack 2 enemies and transfer 2 of his debuffs, which is awesome, compared to the previous version of Earthen Rage. This improved version makes it possible to return more debuffs back to the enemy, even if multiple debuffs are present at once. Please note that we have also added healing, which is sick. Finally, the skill Cataclysm will grant the caster increased defense for 2 turns. This improvement will play a significant role in increasing Champion Zerato's survivability when used in conjunction with changes to Earthen Rage. Yeah. So all I'm going to say, guys, if you run heavy debuffs on your defense, expect your ass to get hit by Champion Zerato now. It's going to happen. It'll probably be me hitting you. So wait for that video where I auto people with Champion Zerato. Because it's coming. It's going to happen. I promise. Okay, Assassin Sez. I'm actually pretty excited for this too. They got rid of poison and gave him a defense break. I just pulled this fucker like 2 days ago, so I was like, okay, I'm ready for him to get buffed. Let's go. So I'll probably read his... Well, I've never really experienced, you know... I'm not going to read their description on him. Like, Champion Zerato is a unit that I've actually used a lot. Assassin Sez, I just pulled him. You know, I haven't used him. He's not even level 40 yet. So they gave him defense break on S1, which is sick. That's a huge buff in its own. Like, if they did nothing else... Okay, his S3. So, like, soul removal. Like, it's... I don't know. It depends on if it gets checked by immunity, right? I could make, like, a 265 speed Assassin Sez. Which is pretty good, I think, right? That's pretty good, 265 speed. So maybe this is going to be my next project. So, he gives himself evasion buff? Yeah, that's sick, actually. I think it's what? The buff is 50%, right? I'm not sure. If you know what the percent buff on the evasion is, drop it in the comments. So I don't have to look it up. You're the real MVP. Thanks. So let's look at the After Awakening. It doesn't look like much changes here. Soul removal. Remove souls from the enemy even if the attack misses or the enemy resists the effect. Expect to see this fucker on defense. Like, rip Oxlots, dude. Because good luck outspeeding an Assassin Sez with Oxlots. You're not going to do it, dude. Unless you're Dubix. You're not going to fucking outspeed an Assassin Sez with Oxlots. That's like a difference of, was it like 16 base speed? It's something around there. That was just a quick ballpark. I know Assassin Sez is the second fastest unit in the game. So, outspeeding him with Oxlots, if this, like, and it says here, it removes the souls from the enemy even if the attack misses, or the enemy resists the effect. So, I think that means it goes by immunity. So, yeah. Cool. Arrowell. Sure. She's a mini FCC that dispels buffs. She's not going to be any better than she already is. She's just more of a meme. They just, what, increased her evasion chance? Just like straight up? Instead of giving her more evasion when she had lower health? Oh, and then when she evades, she decreases her cooldowns. Well, she's cool. Oh, I don't know if Ragnarok watches my videos, but I'm sure you're hyped about that. That's a pretty cool buff. Um, Elson. From what I've heard, they just unnerfed him. So maybe we're gonna see some Elsons. I don't even know what skills are which. What's Meteor Shower? Dude, I don't know any of Elson's abilities. I came after his era. Oh, that must be like his S2 or something. And this Light's Protection is probably his S3. So they gave him a heal back. I think he had a heal before, right? And they get 4-turn cooldown. Sweet. He's actually good now. Like a 4-turn cooldown on a decent heal that gives attack buff and defense buff is pretty fucking good, yo. Alright, so that's it. Good buffs. I guess all the molas like that I have in Corvus are just gonna get shifted to Zerato, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna build Sid. Assassin Sid and ML Zerato are like the only buffs that I really give a shit about. The rest of them are whatever. Should get Kise too, right? So we'll have to look at that when we get it. But that's it. That's like I said, this is my initial reaction. So I didn't see these beforehand. I'm pretty hyped. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you're new here, sub. Like the video. Comment. Seriously, I want to know what you guys think. Are you going to build any of these units? Are you dreading any of these units coming into the meta? Just let me know. You guys have a good one. Later.